All right, it's Saturday, May 20th, and been hiking for a while, and it's brutally hot out there, so I'm going to take a little siesta underneath this highway underpass here. So, planning on being here for about 3 hours, and then I got to climb up this hill over here, and was in Tehachapi last night, stayed in the hotel and got cleaned up. Got a little bit of a late start, and I'm only going to do total probably about 14 miles today, but got a full pack of food and water to get me, the food's got to get me to Walker Pass, and the water's got to get me 20 miles of a waterless carry here, so I'll be camping somewhere within that 20 tonight. So, but anyway, that's the story. Just waiting out the heat and gonna hike a little more this evening. These Joshua trees are getting bigger. So after a couple hour rest under the bridge, I'm back at it, and it's starting to climb. I believe is around 2,400 feet up. So it actually started to cloud over a little bit, so I went ahead and got started. No sooner than I started, the sun came back out. So probably be baking for an hour or so here before it starts to cool down. But anyway, there's the highway down there that I was under the bridge, and obviously there's still a lot of wind power going on here. So back later. All right, that's what 1 hour climbing gets you. That's the freeway I took a break under down there. So probably about halfway up the climb. Maybe not quite. All right, how's this for a nice tent spot? Back here sheltered from the wind. Beautiful spot back there. I'm gonna put my tent right where my backpack is. Gonna be really nice. Yeah, about 14 today, something like that, and got here about 6:30, and I set up my tent, get a bite to eat, and then see what tomorrow brings. Good morning. It's about 6:30 on Sunday, May 21st. So getting started. Guess the biggest challenge today is I got 10 miles to go till water, but not an issue. I got about a liter and a half, so no problem there. Got that knocked out here this morning, and not really sure how far I'm going to go today. I know I've got about just under 80 miles, I think, to Walker Pass, and I've got 4 days to do that, so really good shape. I mean, it's 4:20, it's just less, so like to get maybe 20, 21 today, and then get in there pretty easy on Wednesday night. And then the plan is I gotta get from Walker Pass to a town called Lake Isabella. It's probably about 20 miles, and probably either going to have to hitchhike or find somebody to give me a ride there at the trail. And when I say hitchhike, a lot of times people know PCT hikers, and if you're standing along the trailhead, people actually come up and ask you sometimes if you need a ride. So works out pretty good. And then I take a bus on Thursday from Lake Isabella to Bakersfield, where I have a room at the Hampton Inn. And from there, I will take an Amtrak train to LAX airport on Friday, then a direct flight to Tampa, and I'll be home for Memorial Day weekend. So that's the plan. We'll see if it all works out. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday either, but I'm back hiking on my own again. The 3 guys I was hiking with all decided to take zeros in Tehachapi, and my schedule, by needing to get to Walker Pass and that amount of time, I decided it was best that I not do that and hike on. Plus the fact that I've never taken a 0 on trail yet. Didn't want to ruin that record. All right, 10 miles in today. Just got a full load of water at the spring back there, and I've walked myself back into the windmills again. So anyway, it's about 11 o'clock. I'm gonna hike a couple more miles and have lunch, and probably a siesta in the heat of the day here. And you know, around 10 more miles to go. So looking to get right at 20, somewhere around there. So camping might dictate exactly where I stop, but we'll see what happens here. So anyway, beautiful day. All right, it's about 4 o'clock and I'm still in the land of the windmills. I've got about 17 miles in so far, on my way to a 21. So should be at camp another hour and a half or so, so early. I did take like a little over 2 hour time off for lunch. So it's been pretty good hiking today because the cloud coverage kind of rolled in here and it's been kind of nice. So that's helping a lot. Pack is super heavy because we're in this long water carry again. I think I already mentioned it, but I'll have 10 miles to go in the morning after tonight before I have water available to me. So I'm started out carrying 4 liters, which is the most I've ever carried. So it gives me a liter for hiking, a liter for dinner, liter for breakfast, and a liter to get me 10 miles. So see how that goes. Should not be a problem. All right, good morning. It's Monday, May 22nd. I guess that would mean 1 month on trail. So so anyway, 59 miles to go to Walker Pass, or to get to Walker Pass. So that's what I'm working on banging out today. Got not quite 10 miles to water, which I still have a liter and a half, so I'm in good shape, but feel like I need to hydrate. But I also don't want to drink all my water, so I'm just got it spaced out throughout these 10 miles and camel up when I get to the water source. So anyway, it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Boy, we climbed from up about 1,500 feet so far, and I'm up back around 6,000 feet, and we turned from desert to a beautiful pine forest that even looks like it hasn't been burnt recently, which is unusual to see, but pretty cool and a nice change. But I know it's not going to last. I haven't talked about it much on the trail, but this happens all the time. You can see the trail there, and look at all the trees that have fallen up through there. And you just got to climb over and through and around all this stuff, and really takes time sometimes. Check this dude out. Like half lizard, half snake or something. It's about 11:30. I'm about 13 miles in right now. Made the water at 10 miles no problem, and now for like 6 miles we have multiple water sources. So I got about 1 mile to the next creek, which should be a great spot for lunch, hopefully. And then after these water sources today, though, then we're into super dry section again for the next, well, really to Walker Pass. I mean, there's like a 24-mile carry, I think, in one of those sections. So it's going to be interesting, but we'll get through it. Beautiful day. These this tree cover off and on, tree and cloud cover off and on has made it bearable. So hopefully it continues. Well, I thought it was just a thunderstorm, but look at this stuff. Thank goodness for my umbrella. Well, I didn't expect that out of the desert, but thunderstorm came through and it actually hailed and rained for like an hour and a half. But as you can see already, everything's dry again, but I don't know. Still more clouds in the sky too. Let's see. Maybe more to come, I don't know. All right, I'm camping here at this water cache that people maintain for hikers here in the desert. Gonna camp just close to this. So ended up doing 23 today, a little bit farther than I thought, but it was a nice cool day. And look at this, sitting here in the desert and another thunderstorm may be coming in. Who'd have thought? All right, good morning. It's Tuesday, May 23rd. And waking up and getting started at 6 a.m. Beautiful day in the desert. Sun is just popping over the mountains there. So, okay, I've got 36 miles to Kennedy Meadows. So I'm pretty good shape there. 2 days to do that. Today is about a big climbing day potentially here. I've got 15 miles between water carries, and then when I get more water in 15 miles, I'll have my choice to either stop there, finish tomorrow, or climb a pretty good sized hill that will put us back over 7,000 feet. So pretty good climb, but we'll see how things go. Beautiful day. All right, it's about 9 o'clock. Just cruising along. You can tell today is going to be a hot one because there's not a cloud in the sky. It's going to be a little different than yesterday. Starting to get pretty hot. Look at the size of this snake. It's not a rattlesnake or venomous. It's like maybe a rat snake or something, but this thing is huge. You gonna move along, buddy? Well, I'm gonna step over him because I believe it's safe to do so. Well, we got back in the woods again, which is really nice, at least semi-woods. So, ended up doing about 22 today. So, pretty short day tomorrow into the finish of this section here. So, anyway, 0.2 to camp, so this one's almost in the books. Well, good morning. It's Wednesday, May 24th, and got on the trail like 6 o'clock this morning, so only have 13.7 miles to go to get to Walker Pass. So I actually didn't think I was going to get into Walker Pass till late today, but because I did a few more miles the last couple of days, actually probably be there at noon. So I might actually end up in town a day earlier than I thought. So So we'll see how that goes. All right, also after Memorial Day weekend, I'm gonna have to decide what I'm gonna do about the trail, because going forward into the Sierra Mountains, still just feet upon feet of snow pack up there, and just some of the passes are not even, I don't even think any hikers have made it through yet. So it's really kind of off limits for me to continue on into the Sierras. Some of the younger people and people with mountaineering experience are continuing on, or planning to continue on. The other issue is the resupply points that are normally around the Sierras haven't even been opened yet because they're buried in snow. So anyway, we'll see what I do here, but the plan is probably to flip up north past the Sierras somewhere and then come back and get the Sierras. So, but that's a little difficult too, because there's still a ton of snow in Northern California. So not really sure. Just going to get home for Memorial Day, evaluate my situation, and figure it out from there. So anyway, back later. Looky there in the distance, my first view of the Sierra Nevada mountains. See the snow-capped peaks? Well, got about 3 miles to go to the road. It's only 10 o'clock, not even 10 o'clock. Beautiful flowers in the desert still. Well, there we have it. That road and parking lot is Walker Pass. So basically we're here, and 33 days, 652 miles, 19.75 miles per day on average. So anyway, that's it for now. The rest, I guess, is to be continued. Walker Pass.